Hugh, I'm sure you've been asked it 100 times a day. I got to ask you, the hair.
Yeah.
Whose decision was that beautiful mullet you're rocking in the movie?
Well, Neill sent me a picture of it's like a park ranger or something like that, where that sort of costume and that hair was being worn, and I just started laughing when I saw it, and I immediately loved it because my first thought about Vincent was that he's a bit like Ricky Gervais in The Office. He's the guy who thinks he's the one that everyone likes, that is the center of everything, and he's just not. And right down to his haircut. It's just not.
No.
So it really fit for me, and in every way, he's not subtle. So he wants to tell everyone in the office, he is an engineer, but he's a field guy. He understands what it's like to be in battle, and what he's created is for that. He's not just a desk guy, you know?
It's kind of cool seeing you play, I guess you could call him a villain, but he's also sort of a weasel, which we never see you play before. Was that fun to kind of break out of the zone a little bit?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, as an actor, you have to understand why he does that. And I see, look, obviously he's motivated by some anger because he's pushed into a corner. His life's work is being even laughed at, and not only rejected, but laughed at. And he actually realizes he and his work is becoming obsolete. And that'd be hard for anyone. I'd find that hard to cope with. But he is pushed into a corner and he's desperate and he'll do anything. And on top of that, he's convinced himself philosophically that he's fighting the good fight, that actually protecting humankind against artificial intelligence is really important, that everyone's getting carried away with just the invention of it, but actually what's the consequence of this?
Yeah, the best antagonists never think they're doing anything wrong, right?
Exactly. Well, no one does, really.
Yeah.
They all think they're doing the right thing, or they've somehow come to terms with what they're doing.
Can you talk a little bit about acting opposite Sharlto when he's in the zone as Chappie?
He's always in the zone, by the way. That guy is amazing.
That's what I hear.
And one of the great things of seeing the movie was the obvious respect that the animators had for Sharlto's performance, because I really felt like I was with Chappie when he was performing, and the movements he made and that childlike spirit. You watched him grow up, you watched him go from a child to a toddler, from a baby to child, toddler, adolescent, all of that stuff I could see him playing with, and it was just brilliant. And I loved how they honoured his body language, and they really made that part of the animation. And my wife cried at the end of this movie. She really is a beautiful performance.
And then, unrelated, but I have to ask you about something Patrick Stewart said the other day.
Yeah.
About talk of a Professor X, Wolverine-centric movie. Any truth to that?
It's, I'm not going to deny it, but I've learned over the years to try to put my best poker face on. By the way, play poker with me if you want some money, because I'm terrible. But, I've always seen it as a really important relationship, and we started with that. And I think it's a really important one, and it would be great to actually see in the Wolverine movie, because we haven't really explored it in the standalone Wolverine movies. So, yeah, it's not going to happen.
Gotcha.